Hey, what is up, everyone? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome to my quarantine live stream. So, right now, I'm just going to be answering a few of you guys' questions. Um, if you guys want to talk about really anything, I'll be right on it because there's a lot going on right now in the outside world, in the coaster industry, and it's just insane right now. So, I have not done one of these in a very long time, so I'm actually pretty excited to do this. Hello, I'm subscribed to your channel. I came here from the Coaster Daddy live stream last night. Hey, what's going on, Coaster Lover? So, yeah, basically a lot going on. Of course, there's that huge COVID-19 outbreak, and I was bored during quarantine, so I mean, why not live stream? So, of course, any questions, any plans? If you were at an amusement park right now, if you're doing something, let me know down in the comments, guys. Any new video requests, anything. So, by the way, I was supposed to be at Kings Island. In fact, I was actually going to be at Kings Island tomorrow, which really sucks now because, I was going to ride Orion on the first rider's benefit. And, I was looking forward to that, really counting down the days, but I'm guessing that's not really happening anymore. I don't really know if that's going to be live stream or I don't know if that's going to be postponed or not, but, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm guessing it is. I didn't turn in all the money in time, so I hope to get the pass holder preview night. Same situation with me. Came from Coaster Daddy. Yeah, the Coaster Daddy live stream was really fun. He does a lot of those now, which is great because I'm bored during these nights. So I like to look at him, like to do stuff, and he's a really chill guy. I really like his content. He's really good. He just passed 2,000 subscribers, and he really deserves every single last subscriber he has. Kings Island was supposed to open up this Saturday. Yeah, it was supposed to open up to the public this Saturday, and look how that turned out. I believe there were a few parks that actually opened up before this outbreak. I know the California parks. I know Six Flags Magic Mountain's all year. The Disney parks are all year, and they really hesitated. Like a lot of parks really hesitated. I think some Orlando parks like SeaWorld and Fun Spot, they stayed open until like I believe the last like during the stay at home operations. It was insane. And seriously, respect to them, but you got to keep that social distancing going on right now because it's a pretty serious issue, and if we don't do that, then we might have to deal with this all summer, and that would be the worst case scenario, really. I've heard a few people say that that's going to happen, but I'm just really crossing my fingers. I'm just hoping and praying that's not going to be the case. So, if you guys have any questions, I know a few people just joined in right now. I'd love to hear some of your guys' questions, some of your thoughts, really anything, just kind of lighten up the stream. So, I have a little bit of merchandise down here. I have a bunch of merchandise up on my walls. I thought this coronavirus crisis would be over by now. So, yeah, me too. I remember at the beginning of March, I was like, okay, it's not like schools are going to close or anything. And then, like, 2 weeks later, school's closed. And this is like my senior year, so, that's a real bummer. But, oh well. Honestly, my father, he said it the best. He's like, I really don't care. Like, my son really doesn't care if he graduates or not. He just wants to ride roller coasters. Honestly, it'd be like a drive-through diploma sort of situation. I kind of beat myself up over it, but, it's over and done. I was also supposed to go to Hershey Park this next week, so it sucks. But, what you gonna do? I got my Cedar Fair Platinum Pass sitting way over there. Haven't used that yet. I'm a senior in high school, too, yeah. This really sucks, When my school closed on March 12th, I thought this would be the last 2 weeks and be over, but instead it's gotten worse. Yeah, unfortunately it has. It really, I don't like talking about it, but, this is really undoubtedly a historic time right now. We are living in very historical times indeed. Everything's closed right now, really, except for the essentials, I guess. Every Easter church service has been canceled. Cedar Point's anniversary might get ruined. Yeah, about Cedar Point's 150th anniversary. That's a real bummer for them. But hopefully the parks could maintain a reopening eventually, and they could stay open in the rest of the year. I wonder how Six Flags is doing. I saw that Six Flags' stock was actually going up, which I found pretty funny, but it was probably, teeter-totter for a little bit. But yeah, with the parks not open right now, they're going to lose a lot. I believe the attendance this year is going to be nowhere near what it was. And even if, and maybe even when, the amusement parks open this year, we'll see less crowds because people will still be scared, which is good for us enthusiasts. But, you know, anything regarding anything else than Corona? I want to kind of lighten up the chat right here when I talk about coasters during this time. If you have any coaster related thing, absolutely anything. Hopefully the projections are right about our peak being somewhere around April 19th, which is 1.5 weeks from now. Yeah, that's what I've heard from the media, but the media is always saying stuff different. But of course, if you want to lighten up the mood in the chat, just let me know down there. Ask me some random coaster questions. Ask me anything. By the way, thank you guys so much for the support on my recent video. I have gotten 7,000 views in the past 3 days, and it's just incredible. I've gained 100 subscribers in the past 2 days. Just seeing that go up is, it's really cool. And I'm almost at the 2,000 subscriber mark, which is absolutely incredible as well. That really warmed my heart. So thank you guys so much. I feel like I specialize in those rumor videos. I do a lot less countdowns, and I always do the what will Cedar Point do, or what will Six Flags do, or something similar to that. By the way, if you guys have any video requests, let me know down in the comments below. I'm always open to do requests. And during this quarantine, I also have a few more videos coming up soon. One coming up as soon as this weekend will be coming soon. So that will be not a Cedar Point video. That will be something different at the other side of the country. For you West Coasters out there, you guys are going to be excited for this one. But, I have all the material, but I haven't finished editing the video, so yeah, if you guys have any questions down below, don't be scared. If you guys want to see something on my computer, I got a bunch of merch down here. I've actually gotten a bunch of stuff from different coaster enthusiasts, just trading around. I got a stack of maps. I have, in fact. Some of these are parks I've been to, some of these are parks I haven't been to. Oh my goodness, they're pouring everywhere. Here we go, right here. I wonder what Kings Island will get after Orion. Is that what it said? After Orion, maybe an RMC. Yeah, the thing about that is, Orion is gonna really please the Giga crowd, because even though that everyone's saying it's a GP magnet, there's still a huge following in that. And I feel like Orion's gonna get a lot of people to come to Kings Island. And I heard a lot of complaints about Orion, even though it's a shorter ride. People always compare it to Fury 325, which is the problem. Because, Fury 325 was built... I saw this in a video. I really forget the video, so I apologize. But he said it perfectly. Kings Island already has this massive crowd that comes every year. And Carowinds, when they built Fury, was a decent-sized Cedar Fair park, but not one of the top-tier ones. So they said that Fury wasn't essential, and Orion's just a magnet for more guests. Maybe an RMC. An RMC would be really good at Kings Island. I don't think they'd get a T-Rex or a Raptor, because it seems like Kings Island isn't really the prototype park anymore. I feel like a good coaster could fit into Vortex's spot, though. There's so much land to work with there. If you've seen the pictures post-Vortex, just seeing that flat piece of land, there is so much there. You can put so much in there. It's unbelievable. Got some more comments coming up. Maybe an RMC. Below that, what coaster channels would you say you watch the most often? Well, actually, I've been finding myself less watching the videos, actually watching them. And I've been finding myself more just putting my phone down, listening to the audio and, playing video games or something. Some good coaster channels for that are Theme Park Crazy. That's a good one. A channel I've been really getting into is Airtime Thrills. He is a great channel, up on the rise right now. Very underrated channel. He's one of my favorites right now. He comes out with so much informative content. Honestly, he's one of my inspirations right now. He's such a good channel. Of course, the big dogs, Coaster Studios, Theme Park Worldwide. When it comes to Coaster Studios, I watch less of his vlogs and more of his audio clips, more like the reviews, the top 10s, the countdowns, stuff like that. And I really enjoy his content, even though I disagree on him. And it seems like his audience kind of follows him. Not everyone, but it seems like if he's like, El Toro's better than Steel Vengeance. All those Steel Vengeance people will be like, El Toro's better than Steel Vengeance. over here. I hate that Kings Island's maps don't fold. Yeah. If I could find that. If I could find the Kings Island map. I think I folded it myself. Because, no, that's Kings Dominion. I have a lot of Kings Dominion maps in here. Too many. I collected a lot. Is this it? Is this Kings Island? It is Kings Island. This is the 2017 map, because that was the last time I went to Kings Island. I'm going back this year, but yeah, brand new, shiny old Mystic Timbers. That's such a great ride. A little overrated in my opinion. People say it's one of the best woodies in the country. I disagree. But, oh well. Kings Dominion's map doesn't fold either. Kings Island should get a Mac Rides multi-launch like Copperhead Strike to replace Vortex. That would be a very good idea. I think that would be the best idea of them all. They already have 2 launch coasters, but I feel like the addition of a multi-launch at the park in that spot, an elite launch coaster, something similar to like Helix at Leesburg, I think that would attract a lot of people. It would definitely attract the launch crowd, and I feel like it would be pretty cool. It would be cool if it were like a multiple direction roller coaster. Those are sweet. I would rather see an Intamin launch because even though I haven't ridden a Mac launch, I have ridden a few Intamin launches. Maverick is one of my favorites of all time. And I hear all the time, Maverick is so much better than Copperhead Strike, even though by looks I first disagreed. I would like to see an RMC hybrid at Kings Island, like a built-up RMC hybrid. That would be insane. Honestly, I wouldn't want to see Beast RMC'd, and I think that's what most of the coaster community agrees with. Beast is just too much of a classic coaster. I think if they were to go with an RMC, they might go for a racer, but I'm not even sure about that. I really feel like Kings Island adores their historic wooden roller coasters too much. So I feel like if they did an RMC, it'd either be a Raptor or a built-up in, similar fashion to Zadra. What's going on, Chaos? How are you? See, won't do it, but I won't enjoy it. I would enjoy it. RMC Hybrid would be a good fit, of course. I'm pretty much the same way with Coaster Studios. Another channel I'd say great listening to is El Toro Ryan. I love El Toro Ryan's videos. The thing I like about El Toro Ryan, as opposed to even Coaster Studios, as opposed to people like him, he goes into so much detail. It's incredible. Like his Millennium Force reviews, like 20 minutes long, as well as all his other reviews. I wish Cedar Fair would be back with Intamin. Yeah, dude, I can't agree more. Intamin and Cedar Fair make such good partners. Like Top Thrill Dragster, Millennium Force, Maverick. Like, oh my goodness. Accelerator. Even Accelerator. Coasters at other parks. It's just... Accelerator looks like an incredible ride, but all the Intamins are like forceful. Even Millennium Force. I know I'm going to get backlash for this, but if you sit in the back row of Millennium Force on like a 90-degree day, you're going to gray out. It's incredible. Like, you always gray out on back row on like a 90-degree day. He has arguably the most in-depth reviews out of any roller coaster channel. He's also a great educational channel along with the GP2 Enthusiast. GP2 Enthusiast is a great channel too. I really like his content. I don't see what people see in the Beast. It looks like it does nothing. Well, I'm a sucker for duration. Let me just say that. I love duration, and the Beast actually does pull a few good forces, but it's mainly for the purposes of viewing the environment and stuff like that. It's such a good concept, though. It's really a one-of-a-kind coaster in the United States. Of course, you have rides like I think it's the ultimate at Lightwater Valley. Oh my goodness, that's a similar coaster to the Beast, but it's nothing compared to how iconic the Beast is. Go. I don't see what people. Oh, I read that. I might be in and out of the stream. FYI. What's up, Noble? El Toro Ryan definitely has the big brain. Cedar Fair needs to do more RMCs. Honestly, maybe one at Canada's Wonderland. Yeah. No, really, they do. Honestly, as much as Orion looks good, it won't be good as like Twisted Timbers or Steel Vengeance. And that's at least my opinion, and it seems like that's the majority of people's opinions outside of the GP. Because I think the one B&M a year thing that Cedar Fair is doing is definitely a GP magnet, unfortunately. Just B&Ms are extremely expensive, but also, they're really good at maintenance. And maybe that's what Cedar Fair is looking after the most in this situation. In 2018, they really pleased the enthusiasts, but I think for the next few years, they're going to please the GP a little more. But honestly, looking at companies like Vekoma, you know how cheap you can get a good coaster? Honestly, in all seriousness. I've heard mixed things on the Ultimate. I haven't heard a lot. What if GCI built Son of Beast? Um, like back in 2000? Like, because if that happened, then I don't know, because I've heard some very rough GCIs that were built around that time, late 90s, early 2000s. Seems like the Thunderhead Lightning Racer, that kind of period is like when they started becoming elite. Terrible. Both of the Woodies at Canada's Wonderland are in my bottom 20 coasters. Terrible rides. Terrible. To emphasize the terrible. Yeah, some old school Woodies could really beat you up. I personally haven't been to Canada's Wonderland. I haven't even been to Canada. I've been to the United States and the Bahamas, but I've never been to Canada, and I live in Ohio. But Wild Beast and Mighty Canadian Mindbuster, as amazing as that title is, Mighty Canadian Mindbuster, it sucks. The ride sucks. Like, both of those rides look absolutely horrendous. Um, I mean, there's some good old school Woodies. Like my friend Alex in the chat, I'm gonna give you a shout out. I disagree on Grizzly at King's Dominion. I, on one hand, really didn't like it, but he loved it. But he also got more rides on more rows, and I was in a little bit of a rush when I was at King's Dominion. What's worse, Mindbuster or Wild Beast? Um, Mindbuster honestly looks worse because Wild Beast looks overall slower, and it seems like the faster those old Woodies get, the more painful they are. But if I were to RMC one, it would probably be Wild Beast, because it would be better to advertise the coaster, because Mighty Canadian Mindbuster, like most of the layouts under their water park, they would build an RMC in Canada. They won't. RMC cannot build in Canada because of a law, and RMC wants to do it. I've heard that a lot. I really have. And if that is completely true and they can't do that, that's very unfortunate. Maybe they could do like a GCI Ghost Rider treatment on one of them, but I don't even know how good it would be after that. Because at least Ghost Rider, when that was built, that's a newer Woody. Like the two classic Woodies at Canada's Wonderland, at least, like the CCI at Knott's, Ghost Rider, at least it's like newer and it has a more modern layout. So since they made it smoother, it's actually an enjoyable ride. But I feel like it would just be kind of bland and boring if they decided to retract those GCIs or those classic wooden coasters. Mindbuster is worse. RMC one of them acts, the other has the best scenario. I actually got one ride on Grizzly, but it was front row at night. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I misunderstood you. I'm sorry, dude. Mindbuster is more painful. Ghost Rider is arguably the best coaster at Knott's, but it was originally trash, I heard. Yeah, honestly, as someone who's a sucker for airtime, I think that Ghost Rider, if I ever make it out there soon, would be my favorite ride at Knott's, because I hear it's smooth and it also is, pretty forceful. Accelerator, I think they have a pretty good variety. Hangtime focuses on inversions. Accelerator focuses on that launch, and Ghost Rider focuses on the airtime hills. So, sorry, my little finger close up. I feel like Wild Beast would make for a better RMC than Mindbuster. Yeah, I actually I hate to toot my own horn. I actually came out with my own concept for an RMC Wild Beast. I think it came out pretty good. But that was pre No Limits RMC update, so I don't know how realistic it comes out. Time Traveler has the best pre-drop section. Yeah, honestly, Time Traveler looks like a pretty good ride, but at the same time, it doesn't look that forceful. But pre-ride sections, there's not really a big, competition in the pre-lift department. I mean, let's think of good pre-rides. You got the Jackrabbit and Thunderbolt at Kennywood. Those are good pre-hills. Mystery Mine has like a million lift hills. But, I wonder what Cedar Fair Park could be the next to get an RMC. There's a lot of parks that could get one. Yeah, there's still a lot of room in Cedar Fair's department. A lot of people are saying RMC Hurler at Carowinds. I don't know how well that's going to happen. I think a GCI retrack would be better, per se. because I don't see why they would add both a GCI and an RMC. I guess parks have done it in the past, like Dollywood and Busch Gardens. No, never mind. I'm dumb. But if like Hershey Park RMC Wildcat, you know what I mean? That would make sense, even though you have Lightning Racer in the same park, because it would offer a completely different experience. Lightning Racer is a racing coaster. I have a trip to Southern California planned for the first week of June, but we may have to end up canceling it because of the C virus. That sucks, man. I'm really sorry, dude. RMCs are actually cheap. Cedar Fair should love RMC. Yeah, that's why Six Flags originally loved RMC, because they were going bankrupt and all that, and out of bankruptcy they're like, we don't want to spend all this money on a B&M, and they ended up being like, you know what, let's refurbish one of our old wooden coasters, and it ends up being better than like 95% of all the B&Ms out there. A great completion. A great completion to the non-existent top 5 at Carowinds. Carowinds lineup is a little weird. It's not like, of course, ignore that. Please ignore that. Carowinds, the problem with Carowinds, Canada's Wonderland, like comparing the two, Canada's Wonderland has like a good top 3, and then it's just all downhill from there. I mean, you have rides like Vortex, and you have rides like Backlot maybe, but other than that, they're all just trash. But Carowinds has like a pretty good blend, Kings Island will eventually beat Cedar Point for the better part because Kings Island has land and lots of it. Ooh, I don't know about that, man. Maybe it's home park bias. Maybe it really is just home park bias. But I might always have a soft spot for Cedar Point. Cedar Point's environment's better. And Cedar Point has the better of all the coasters. I believe Millie's better than Orion. Okay, never mind. I take that back when it comes to Banshee and Raptor and Magnum and Diamondback. I guess I could take that back. But I don't know if it'll ever beat Cedar Point. Cedar Point just has too many elite coasters. They have Dragster for the launch junkies. They have Maverick for the variety. They have Steel Vengeance for the airtime. They have Millennium Force for the views and the height. They have a bunch of roller coasters there. On a side note, I don't get how Valraven's more popular than Steel Vengeance. Maybe it's just a GP magnet. Canada's Wonderland only had a top 2 when I went, and Carowinds has a top 4. Cedar Fair loves B&M, but they're so expensive. Well, RMC is cheaper. I could see Cedar Fair using RMC more than B&M. Yeah, I hope so in the future. I seriously don't get why, but I believe once RMC gets more into the steel support department, I feel like that's when Cedar Fair will invest in RMC. We can only hope. Because as much as I like B&M, I like the more modern layouts a little better. Because, let's be honest, Orion's going to be a great ride, okay? Orion's going to be an incredible ride. It might not be as good as Fury. It might not be, like those rides. But at the same time, it's going to stand up on its own. It really is. It looks like a bigger version of Mako at SeaWorld Orlando. It looks like it has good airtime, but, not that many elements overall. Oh man, I really should speed this up. Cedar Fair probably doesn't want any of their parks topping Cedar Point, let alone Kings Island in the same state. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of why Cedar Fair closed Tiago Lake. But we're not getting there. I'm not saying Cedar Point is bad. No, I know you weren't saying that Cedar Point is bad. I just don't think that Kings Island's ever going to really top Cedar Point. I feel like it's always going to be that flagship park. I could see Kings Island being the second best, though, in the future. I currently think that King's Dominion might just be a little better, but maybe with the creation of Orion, that's going to change. Cedar Point just has a little more, in my opinion. Banshee over Raptor, Diamondback over Magnum. Oh, yeah, of course. Magnum, people might say that Magnum's better than Diamondback, but absolutely not. If you sit in the back row of Diamondback, you'll get some pretty good, strong floater. Might turn into ejectors sometimes. And Banshee, if you sit in the back row, that's a very forceful layout. Raptor's extremely forceful, but Banshee just has a better variety, to say. It's a lot less jerky, especially that final element. Oh, Valraven is absolutely a GP magnet. Keep in mind, GP outnumbers enthusiasts, which is why the line is always terrible. Oh my goodness, though, but like, that's right, you're right, whatever. But I don't know, it's just Cedar Point, Valraven, like, it just blows my mind that Valraven's still some people's favorite coasters. And Steel Vengeance has so much more, but whatever. Most of the people are GP, so you're right. 300-foot RMC hybrid, oh my goodness. That would be insane. Like, if they played their cards right, it could beat Steel Vengeance. It could beat, like, every coaster on the planet. Imagine, like, an RMC that focuses on both positive and negative, like, equally. You know how incredible that ride would be? That would please everyone. Am I the only one that notices that every B&M Giga is being green or blue? Yeah. No, every B&M Giga is a Cedar Fair ride, and Cedar Fair loves the color blue when it comes to B&M, so, I don't know. Orion hauls in the off-ride, yeah. It really does. Orion actually looks very forceful. Looks more forceful than rides like Leviathan. Fury 325, though, those last few hills are extremely forceful. Looks like a baby Fury. Kings Island has been ranked second best for a while. Yeah, you know. I got ejector on Raging Bull at night. Raging Bull is one of those cult following coasters, and I love it. I haven't ridden Raging Bull, but I hear that a back row ride gets pretty good airtime. I have no idea why I never feel as many forces on any coaster unless I'm at Carowinds. All their top four was incredibly forceful for me. That's a pretty interesting thing. You know, I hear Copperhead isn't the most forceful, but in my opinion, it really relies on temperature. Because, like, I go to Cedar Point a lot, and, like, for example, in 2019, I went to Cedar Point on a 70-degree day and a 90-degree day. You could just tell the biggest difference. It's incredible. RMC Fury 325. I wouldn't be against that, but, you know, whatever. Leviathan was a little forceless. Fury pulled some incredible Gs. Fury is a very fast-paced ride. Some think that Orion could be the last Giga coaster. I don't think it's going to be the last Giga coaster. I think it's going to be... I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the last Giga. I really think RMC is going to come out strong. And, you know, we've had a recent rise in hyper coasters lately, so I don't think it's going to be the last. I'm guessing that's what people probably thought in the year 1999 when they saw Millennium Force. My intensity ratings for top four at Carowinds. I had a ride on Batman, the ride, and I thought I was riding I-305. Oh my goodness. Okay, Raptor on a 90-degree day is ballistic. Like, Raptor on a 90-degree day is absolutely insane. Like, I remember riding it back row, and you are just, like, in your seat, and you're like, oh my goodness. I don't, like, honestly, Gatekeeper is my favorite B&M at the park right now, but Raptor's really getting up there. Raptor's smoother, Raptor's more forceful. Yeah. Copperhead was forceful for me, for sure. I also agree temperatures at Cedar Point definitely matter. Hey, what's up, Coaster Daddy? How are you, dude? I think California's Great America will get one, hopefully. Fury 10 out of 10, Afterburn 8.5 out of 10, Copperhead 5 out of 10, and Intimidator 7.5 out of 10. That's Alex's intensity ratings on Carowinds coasters. I haven't ridden Copperhead, but I've ridden, you know, the other three. Fury's a very forceful ride. It's not Intimidator 305 forceful. Afterburn I found a little overrated when it came to force. I mean, it was still a forceful ride, but at the same time, it wasn't the most forceful. So, Intimidator was okay, you know. It doesn't get that much hype, and it deserves all the hype it gets. Those are my intensity ratings. Coaster Daddy, Coaster Daddy, Coaster Daddy. California's Great America B&M Giga. We would wish. I agree. Yeah, Gatekeeper is such a good ride. Gatekeeper is a pretty fun ride. It's a little underrated, or maybe even overhated. Like, it's not... Back row is actually pretty intense. Trust me. But a lot of people ride it front row for the views. Back row is where to go. I'm sorry, but did you just say Raptor was smoother than Gatekeeper? Yes, I did. Raptor is so fun. Afterburn is really good, but I prefer Montu. Unpopular opinion, but Raptor is my least favorite B&M at Cedar Point, where Gatekeeper is my favorite. Gatekeeper is top 5. Gatekeeper's in Raptor. Wait. If my number 1's Steel Vengeance, number 2 is Millennium, 3 Maverick, 4 Gatekeeper, 5 Dragster, 6 would be Raptor. So, it's underrated for sure. I think that Maverick is better than Steel Vengeance because Maverick has more forces, Steel Vengeance just has negatives. Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people that really like variety, but personally, I'm more of a airtime fan myself. I-305 is actually my least favorite Giga, even though I love it. I love all 3 Gigas I've ridden. I love Fury, Millennium, and I-305. Millennium's my favorite, Fury's my second, and I-305 is my third. I love my 305 though. It's still in my top 10. Unpopular opinion, I liked Intimidator more than Fury. Interesting. Thank you. I grayed out on Gatekeeper back row. I have too. Raptor is smoother rattle shakiness-wise, although Raptor has more snappy elements and transitions. I completely agree with you right there. I think Michigan's Adventure will get an RMC Raptor for their next major coaster since they're cheap. Do I only hope. Honestly, though, that park really needs something new. I've seen pictures, I've seen the layout. It doesn't look like a Cedar Fair park at all. It looks miserable. It's terrible, man. I mean, Shivering Timbers looks pretty good, but that's about it. Oh god, Raptor hardly even breaks my top 10. Oh my goodness. I hit on a little too much, I'll admit, but it's low on my list. Same with me and Mystic Timbers. Mystic Timbers is my 4th favorite at Kings Island. Below number 1 Diamondback, number 2 Banshee, number 3 Beast. Mystic Timbers I just found to be a little forceless in the airtime department, but people say it's good compared to other GCIs, and I haven't ridden another GCI. I will this year, depending on if this virus goes away. Jeez. Unpopular opinion, I slightly prefer Millennium Force over Maverick. I love them both and they're back-to-back in my rankings, but I've always found Millennium Force to be ever slightly more fun. I agree with you 100%. Millennium Force is, in my opinion, just a little better than Maverick. Maverick, oh my goodness. My love for Maverick grows every single year. It goes up in the rankings every single year. But Maverick, it just doesn't compare to how incredible and surreal of an experience Millennium Force is. If Millennium Force was a parking lot coaster, it would be nowhere near as good. That's why I rank Millennium over Fury. Not because it's more forceful, but because, first of all, the variety and the incredible landscape of the ride. I mean, you sit in the left seat, you look over, you could look down, and there's water right below you. You feel so free in those trains, in those tiny little bars, those tiny little T-bars. And you just go down that first drop, and you feel like you are falling. It's great. I love that ride so much. Love it. If I heard you correctly, you said Millennium Force was better than Fury, and I disagree with that as well. Crystal over 2001 million over Maverick. At least you agree with that. Michigan's Adventure is located at the least popular area out of all Cedar Fair parks. I rode Millennium in 2018, and I don't remember it at all. Why is that? I hate to spam your chat, but Mystic is my favorite at Kings Island, my 10th favorite overall. We have the same exact coaster count. Coaster nerd. In my opinion, I think inverts are better in the front than in the back. Yeah, I gotta disagree with you on that one. I mean, inverts are good in the front when it comes to some force, but I find, like, when it drags you over the best. Hey, what's going on, Shadow? Maverick is the best to Cedar Point, in my opinion, and my second favorite after Lightning Rod. What's your favorite? Are you going to be doing more live streams? I hope to be doing more in the future. I'm actually liking the turnout of this, even though it's been differing from like 5 to 7, like over and over again. So, you know, even if you stop by, it definitely supports the channel. So thank you so much. I am coming very close to 2,000 subscribers, and I'm thinking of doing a Q&A live stream on that too. Oh man, I went up too much. Oh yeah, that's really accurate, really cool. If I go to Cedar Point, you gotta ride Millennium Force. LOL, I have 85 coaster credits. Oh, get out. I probably have a shorter coaster count, because I know people that have extremely low coaster counts, but mine is like 75. So when it comes to the coaster YouTubers, the coaster enthusiasts that have a bigger voice, like, you know, the people that even have like 1, 2, 3,000 subscribers, I'm on the shorter end. But when it comes to Instagram accounts and stuff like that, I have, you know, I'm like in the middle. 125 credits. My 100th will be Fury. Yeah, I'm planning on getting my 100th credit this year. I don't want to say too much, and the other person, you know, wants to keep the plans private, but I got really big plans this year. I'm not saying anymore. Hopefully it works out, though. That was worded weirdly. Sorry, Lightning Rod is my favorite, and Maverick is my number 2. My 100th was Fury. That's great. That is great. Fury looks like an absolutely incredible ride. I've got weird credits though from the IX Indoor Amusement Park, and I thought they'd have more, but I went to Dorney before, and I only went on 3. IX was weird. I haven't been to IX in a few years. Uh, it's not really worth it. It's like loud. It's loud. Have any of you guys been to IX? It's like the loudest thing you'll ever hear. Like I've heard jets fly over me. I've heard cannons go off. I've heard fireworks. You know, they're loud, but like IX is like, oh my goodness, I can't even talk to you because it's so loud in here. My 100th was Goliath at Great America last June. You are an underrated coaster channel. Hey, that really means a lot, dude. Thank you so much. Supposed to be hitting 100 this year. Would like to make it to El Toro. Me too, dude. I'm thinking of a great adventure trip this year. I have 3 IX credits from 2006. Yeah, I went there in 2011. I think that's the last time I've been there. I rode a few rides there. Yeah, it's pretty loud. 2 of them were the exact same Orient Express, LOL. Yeah, my last credit of, I think it was 2018. It was 2018. I rode this weird Zyklon model at my local fair. It was like, what? It's worse than the Monsters Inc. ear rape, but the Monsters Inc. ear rape is enjoyable. Now that I think about it, I feel like I met you there. Did you go to the Coaster Kids meetup a few years ago? No, I did not. I have not. If I ever visit Carowinds, I must ride to compare it to Millennium Orion. Might be thinking of someone else. Yeah, probably. I've never met Logan. I've met Taylor, but that's been a few years. El Toro, Fury 325, and X2 are at the top of my bucket list. You gotta check out some more coasters across the pond. I mean, that might be more of a local, realistic standpoint. And I might agree with you. I've been to Fury, but I haven't been to Toro and X2. If I were to compare the 4D coasters, I'd say either Ijanika or Dynaconda rank a little higher. Those just look like the overall better rides. I wonder how good Orion is going to be. Honestly, I can't wait to see how good Orion's going to be. It's a hit or miss at this point. I met Taylor opening day 18 for a few minutes. Met Logan a few times. One time I actually... Vortex at Carowinds. One time, me, Taylor, and a bunch of other fans. Grant from OVC was there too. And a bunch of local Charlotte YouTubers. We all filled up the back few rows of Vortex at Carowinds. Such a trashy ride. I met Logan at Coaster Kids Day at Cedar Point 2016. And Taylor at Kings Island 2015 and Cedar Point 2016. Meeting enthusiast YouTubers is actually a very fun time. Well, I didn't get to talk to Taylor that much. I met a few smaller coaster YouTubers, and, you know, the problem with meeting with Taylor is that Taylor is more of, like, a celebrity. You know what I mean? He's, like, if we were to compare, like, A-class celebrities to Z-class celebrities, Taylor's, like, an A-class celebrity. Theme Park Worldwide, OVC, Coaster Kids, those people are, like, A-class, and then you go to, like, the B-class, and it's, like, Airtime Thrills, Theme Park Crazy. You know, you keep going down. I'm probably like a Z-list celebrity, like all the way down Z. And I like meeting with the Z-lists at theme parks. They're always the most fun because they're more intimate and interactive, and it's great. I've actually been thinking of doing a meetup at Cedar Point this year, but I don't know how many people would even come. Even if like 2 or 3 people came, that would be great. I just don't want an odd number for obvious reasons. X2 scared the SH out of me, and I love it. There are very few rides that scare me. X2 and Max Force. The 2 rides that scare me the most as an enthusiast. I still ride them, but they rank in 2. And they're the 2 most intense coasters I've ever ridden. Top Thrill Dragster and Intimidator 305. Top Thrill Dragster scares me a little more, and let me explain. As someone who's ridden both I-305 and... I just got an Instagram reply, that's great. As someone who's ridden both I-305 and Top Thrill Dragster, in all honesty... It seems like Top Thrill Dragster's launch is slightly more intense than I-305's first turn, but I don't know. I gotta ride I-305 more. If you did a meetup at Cedar Point along with Coaster Daddy, I'd be down to come. Hey, what's up, Tabitha? How are you? You can ask any questions, do anything with that. You were joining a little late, though, so, you know, gotta do a little more of this. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. I keep getting questions, and it's great, guys. You gotta keep asking these questions. We've gone from IX Indoor Amusement Park all the way to Fury 325 and El Toro. But at the same time, I-305 is like such an intense ride. Like, honestly, like, people who haven't ridden that ride are like, oh, how bad can it be? How intense can it be? It can get pretty intense. When you're sitting there and you're going down that first drop, it's like, oh, this is just floater airtime. Oh my goodness! Because the first turn is so intense. Dragster is really tall. Intimidator is really intense. I found Dragster's launch to be absolutely insane, out of this world. It is phenomenal. Dragster's launch is such a unique feeling. Like, I haven't ridden another accelerator coaster from Intamin, but, at the same time, you should just watch the train disappear on max force. I was originally going to go to Great America this year, but then those plans got scrapped. It was it was like proposed for like 2 minutes, and we're just like, nah. The max force, the launch, it looks like, something like Dragster. Like, the launch is like the number one part. Honestly, the launch looks pretty good. It's not that more forceful than Dragsters, but I bet it packs a real punch. The thing about Dragsters, it's so much longer, so you really feel it. I think airtime is a hit or miss, but positives always get me. I think everything really in the coaster industry is a hit or miss. All the opinions always change. You could hear people say Steel Vengeance wasn't good at all, and then there are people that say it's the best coaster on Earth. There are people say, Fury doesn't even make my top 50. Other people say Fury's the best on Earth. But airtime, it's definitely a hit or miss, because you could ride a coaster for the first time and not even tell if it has, very weak floater or like strong ejector. Like, and it really depends, in my opinion, on temperature. Like I said, like a good example would be Ravine Flyer 2 at Waldemere, because Ravine Flyer 2, the funny thing about that ride is if you're riding it on like a 70-degree day, most of those hills won't give airtime at all. But if you're riding into a 90-degree day, you'll get airtime every which way. I returned. My Wi-Fi went down for a second. On the topic of meeting enthusiasts, it's always nice seeing other people with the same passion as you. Yeah, especially when it's a very uncommon obsession. Coaster enthusiasts have been getting more common with the rise of social media, but at the same time, it's not like there's a coaster enthusiast down my street, Stormrunner is the most intense launch I've experienced, even more intense than Dragster. I also like Stormrunner a little more than Dragster since it has more elements. I feel like I'd like Stormrunner a little more, honestly. Even though I hardly talked to Taylor, he was cooler than Logan in my opinion. Stormrunner is also my favorite coaster at Hershey. Interesting. Agreed. This is a very small community. Yeah, unfortunately it is. But when you look at YouTubers like Coaster Studios and Theme Park Worldwide, they have like hundreds of thousands of subs. So, it gives me hope. I've ridden Dragster Max Force, and Max Force is a very different Tropical Dragster, because Max Force launches the same as the I-305 turn. Is that in like intensity or something? I don't know. But Dragster's launch is like, holy crap, it's like 10 out of 10 intensity. It's insane. And it always intimidates you. Like Intimidator 305, you're going up that lift. It's like a few seconds. You're like, start your engines, and you go up, you go down, you go through, and you don't see the element from the station. You really can't. And so it's just like, oh, okay, how bad can it be? But Dragster, you're like right there. Like, you walk down the midway, you see it launch. You're in the queue, you're right next to the launch. And you hear every single launch because it's so loud. And it just goes over and over and over, and people keep screaming and screaming and screaming. In my opinion, Dragster's the most intimidating coaster ever. Ironically, above Intimidator 305. In this station's the scariest part, in my personal opinion. Or no, not the second scariest part. Because on the station, you're like, oh man, like, all of your past fear turns into like adrenaline. Your heart's beating so fast. And then you get in the train and you're like, this is it. There's no turning back. And then you're just like the one right about to launch. And you're just sitting there like it's about to happen. And you go. It's incredible. And you're sitting there for like a few seconds. It's insane. I've been waiting a very long time to receive a question about my profile picture. If you're talking to me, then just ask it back. Dragster gives me too much anxiety sitting on the launch track. Yeah, dude. It scares me as well still, too. Yeah, dude. It really scares me, dude. Dragster is such a big adrenaline rush. I love it so much. Of course, me too. I want to ride Dododompa in Japan. Yes, I do too. I really do. It's actually at the top of my bucket list. My two biggest bucket list coasters are Ijunaika and Dododompa, and they're right next to each other. It's a taco. Is it a taco coaster, nerd? What? No, Top Thrill Dragster doesn't really scare me anymore. Yeah, same with me too. But there's still that adrenaline that kind of kicks in. You know, it's big. It's like, oh my goodness. You guys in the chat, I know some of you guys are here. Don't be scared to ask some questions. I want to hear a few of you guys' questions, any concerns, anything. Speak out. If we've ever met in person, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear, you know, our past experiences. I also have a crap ton of merchandise right here, and that's going to overflow. There's a bunch on the ground now, and I'm going to have to pick that up. So that's just great. Most overrated and underrated coaster you've ridden. Most overrated and underrated. Underrated, ooh. I should say Millennium Force, and that's the usual answer for when I get those questions asked. Because Millennium Force is more overhated. Or more underappreciated. It's talked about, but it's never positive. Millennium Force is one of my favorite coasters of all time. It's just so... It has everything that I could ask for in a coaster. Oh, another underrated coaster would have to be... I'm trying to think. Kraken at SeaWorld Orlando doesn't get that much hype, but, you know, at the same time it should. Most overrated coaster I've ridden, like I said, Mystic Timbers. It doesn't deliver the same forces as I wanted it to, and people really hype that coaster up, like, big time. What do you enjoy besides coasters? I enjoy a few things besides coasters. Well, my main hobby now is coasters. One of the people in the chat knows this. Yeah, Tabitha, it's you. I'm a big robotics kind of guy. I'm actually, I was in my robotics club at school all 4 years of my high school. And it was great, you know, we made it to state 2 years, we won a bunch of awards, and, you know, as much as a nerd I am, I just absolutely love robotics. It was such a great opportunity, and, you know, I've met a lot of great people at robotics, so that's great. I love it. But unfortunately, due to Corona, the rest of the season has been canceled, unfortunately. Into this Max Force, there is nothing to tell you when you are going to lunch, and when a train rolls on the launch, everyone goes quiet. I bet. I really want to ride that so bad. If you said you never met Logan, I've never met you, LOL. Though I did. Thought I did. Actually, I think you could hear a beeping sound right before Max Force launches. Millennium ranks 4th for me. Mystic Timbers ranks 10th. In the POV, you could hear it while you are there. I heard it like 2 out of the 20 times I rode it. It's one of those weird situations where you can hear it off the ride, but the wind is just insane. I love those pivot head POVs, and like they have those pivot head glasses, and once it goes down the drop, it is just complete static. It's just like, it's just so loud, and it's just like, I need to turn my volume down. Especially like an instant launch, like Dragster. Oh my goodness, those like catch you by surprise. You're like, oh my gosh, listen to all those fans, and it's just launch static. Coaster Nerd, did you? Oh, okay. It was a bet. I went to Great America last June, and I barely missed out on Max Force. I saw it test twice, and I was there. It operated, like, what, 3 weeks later? Millennium Force station music. Love or hate? I heard both, and it's honestly amazing. I love the station music for Millennium Force. I love how it starts out, kind of sci-fi and all that, but the second part is so eerie. Like, it makes the song so eerie, and it's just great. It's just scary. It's like, holy crap. Chaos, to put it simply, I made an abomination in Roblox, and it sucks. What? There's like a chat within the live stream. It's like, what? LOL. That's right, Chaos. LOL. Yeah, I don't know. I really want to get back to riding roller coasters, though. Fun fact, Millennium Station music is Coaster Daddy's ringtone. That's great. I've actually heard Millennium Force's music in, like, other videos, but, like, barely. Agreed, it makes the station so much better. The hype in the station's great. I love the hype in the station. Everyone's so pumped up in that station. It's insane. That ringtone, though. Ha ha ha. It's true. That's great. That's great. I should do that. I had Ready to Go as my ringtone for a while. But then it just reminded me of waking up for school instead of going to Cedar Point. Ready to Go is exclusively for Cedar Point. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't like Millie Station has got to be the most hyped stations I've ever been in besides Dragster's. Dragster takes the cake for most hyped station by far. Everyone's like so. My ringtone is Crab Rave. Congratulations, congratulations. Crab Rave. My goodness. I have a lot of Cedar Point crap. I have a very old Type is real with those rides. Of course it is. Looking at my stuff. I never heard of Republica, but I went on top of the dragster now. That's what I always think of. Yeah. I don't know. Ooh. What is this? It's a 1980s Cedar Point map. Ooh. You should listen to the Helix soundtrack and Carnan's soundtrack. I have. I don't know why you guys, but the Riddler's Revenge at Magic Mountain Station music is awesome. I'm gonna sound basic here, but it seems like Steel Vengeance's soundtrack is just the good, the bad, and the ugly soundtrack, and I love it. It fits so well. I'm not sure about what's more scary on Dragster, the height or the drop. I'd say the launch is the most intimidating for me personally. My man's knows memes, of course. Ooh, here's a question I'm looking forward to hearing a response to. What are your thoughts about Adventure Island? Adventure Island. I'm not 100% sure on what that is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just having a brain fart right here. I might be having a brain fart, and I might be one of the most stupid people right now. I've heard about Fantasy Island in the UK, but what's Adventure Island? Wait, is that the Forbidden Frontier? Oh, okay. Sorry. I actually did my most popular video as someone who does much research on roller coasters and rides and all that. For some reason, my most popular YouTube video is a video about Forbidden Frontier. And I have, like, by far the most popular Forbidden Frontier video on YouTube. It's just weird. Forbidden Frontier was one of those things that, like, we kind of knew from the start it wasn't going to be too much. At Winter Chill Out 2019, they hyped it up so much. I was one of the first people in the Aldrich Theater to hear some of the information on the complex and stuff like that. And by the time I actually made the video, the people at Winter Chill Out were like the only people that knew about Forbidden Frontier, and I was one of them. And it looks really cool. In fact, I hate to say this, but it looked a lot cooler in the sketches and the concepts than it does in real life. I hate to say that so much, but honestly, it seems like it's more of a kids area than anything. It's more of a kids area. That's it. And you know, if you want to take your kids to it, it's gonna be good. But if you're like, you know, older, you're not gonna have that much fun in it unless you want to take some good off rides on Millennium Force. What is your? Wait, we gotta go. Holy crap! I missed a lot. I meant to say the launch on Dragster, the drop, yeah. In your very own home park. I have Six Flags Great America maps from 2016 and 2019. I remember that video and it was very good. Thank you. What is your favorite meme? Ooh, that's hard. That's really hard. I don't know, dude. Honestly, like, direct message me. Get the meme exchange going. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It differentiates a lot. See, I have very low expectations, and I ended up loving it like crazy. Passed up on many ride opportunities, spent countless hours in there. I'm guessing you're talking about Forbidden Frontier. Forbidden Frontier, once again, isn't... It's okay. You know. I can see why Cedar Point doesn't do Winterfest. It's because it's cold in the lake. Yeah, about Winterfest. Winter Chill Out, they confirmed that they're not looking into Winterfest in the future. That hasn't spread around the coaster community as much. And I kind of laugh when I hear people saying, oh, Winterfest might be coming. No, unfortunately, that is not in Cedar Point's inventory. They say they're going to do that for other parks, but not Cedar Point, unfortunately. They do have Winter Chill Out, though, so look forward to that. And plus, you know, what would be at Winter Chill Out, you know? X2 soundtrack is also pretty dope. Why is the category YouTube gaming? Because I'm a gamer. I don't know. I'm going to get going now, man. I'm trying to join whenever you do this again. Hey, thanks, Coaster Daddy, for the support once again. You are a very good YouTube channel. I can't wait to see what you come out with next. Peace out. If you don't subscribe, if you're not subscribed to him, you guys got to subscribe to him. He's an absolutely great YouTuber. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, Forbidden Frontier, I just love how immersive it is. I'm big into acting, so right in my wheelhouse. Okay, I can understand that. I had intentions of making a separate YouTube channel that specifically revolves around it. That would actually be pretty cool. You should do that. If you want a great meme, watch top 3 sounds made by Minecraft mobs. New video tomorrow. Thanks, man. Watch his new video tomorrow. I reacted to one of Coaster Daddy's coaster cafes. Nice. Nice. It's sweet. I'm probably going to do my next video soon. I don't really have much of a schedule. I'm not that professional. I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm not like the biggest. I don't like Coaster Studios, you know. I saw that video, Coaster Lover. Nice. I need to check that one out then. I'll check it out after I'm done with this live stream. So yeah. Yeah, Coaster Lover, I'm going to have to check out your channel after this, man. Ooh, there goes the LEDs. I don't know if I like this or not. Let me know in the chat if you like this or not. I don't know if I do. Like the lighting when it comes to it. Be like white light. There we go. Be a little brighter. There we go. Okay, I look a little better, but not really. Once again, if you guys have any more questions. I mean, you just look purple. Raging Bull's drop is a yeet. It definitely looks like a yeet. So... Oh man, Raging Bull does look like a pretty underrated coaster. It doesn't really get... Do you have a TikTok? Ooh, I do have a TikTok, in fact, but I haven't posted anything on there since September. I posted one video on there, and it has since... The sound since has been taken down. But I have a lot of likes and a lot of views on that. In fact, I have more views on that TikTok than I do in every Cedar Flags video combined. It went like a little viral, which I thought was pretty cool. Got like 250,000 likes, and it got like a few million views. It was nice, but I haven't done anything since. I have like 3,500 followers on there, which is funny. Someone just commented on one of my videos. I wonder if their thing comes up, like if Cedar Flags is alive or not, honestly. But I'm mainly on TikTok just to look at memes, honestly. I never really got into like the Hype House or Charlie D'Amelio or whatever those people are. They just do dances and they get too much clout for it anyways. I feel like the most rides at Six Flags Great America are underrated. American Eagle looks good. Oh, Wizard looks like a gem. I don't know. Yeah, one of my TikToks went somewhat viral, over 300,000 views. I have like 555 followers. I have like 3,500, but I don't post. I need ideas, please. Give me ideas. I'd like to duet with some people. You know, there's some friends on TikTok I have. Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? You have a boyfriend. I bet he doesn't kiss ya. Oh, man. Remember the simp wars? Oh, man. They're still ongoing. Squirrels in my pants. Some of you guys will get that. Some of you guys will not. What games do you play? I play a lot of games. I play a lot of Minecraft. I'm going to be completely upfront and honest with you guys. Minecraft has kind of became a second wave, which is great because I've loved that game forever. It's just such a fun game. There's so much you can do, endless stuff. And I also play a lot of open world games. I play GTA 5. I play Just Cause 3. That's also one of my favorites. Still to this day, I play Skate 3. Love that game. I also have Red Dead Redemption. I have Mafia. I have The Crew, which is a good racing game. Just follow the trends and put your TikToks in the For You page. I had a custom sound on mine. That's probably why I got taken down. What games do you play? I just read that. It's almost midnight, guys. You guys are pretty brave. You're staying up this late. Ooh, risky, guys. Let me tell you. One risky crowd you guys got here. Who's still here, by the way? I mean, I can't tell who's watching. Tell me in the comments below who's still watching. I definitely want to see. I want to see who's still viewing. Here's the big question. Are you a simp? Ooh, I don't know. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I was up until 3:30 yesterday. This isn't too risky. I got to answer a Zoom call at 9 a.m. So for some reason, am a I'm just lazy. I stay up till like 4 a.m., wake up at 8:45, get the call done, go back to bed, wake up around noon, and do the work. I'm still here. Black Ops 3 is my favorite game. Black Ops, honestly, my favorite is the second Black Ops. I've always loved, some of the Call of Duty games, mainly for the zombies. I love the zombies. But, of course, I'm more of an open world person. Tabitha's still here. Coaster Daddy went live like 1 a.m. Eastern a couple times, lol. That's what I would do. Yes, we aren't doing school like that, though. Oh my goodness, man. Zoom has become like a meme recently. I love the TikToks where it shows like Zoom. I saw this one where they're having this like big argument and the teacher's like, wait, stop. It's just the funniest thing ever. It's one of those things that you wouldn't recognize. For the virtual backgrounds, I have like SpongeBob's house in the Bikini Bottom. It's just great. I love it so much, honestly. Are any of you guys doing Zoom? Let me know below. I wonder how much bank Zoom is making right now, honestly. Like, I wonder if they're like right now, this coronavirus sucks, but we're getting a lot of money. You should watch people trolling in Zoom. I've seen a few people like splurting out the F-bomb in class and they don't know who it is. It's the funniest thing. And the teacher's just like, get out. I'm doing Zoom. Yeah, Zoom is pretty fun. It's cool. I have e-learning. I don't know what that even means. My school profile picture is a close-up of Thomas the Tank Engine's face. That's the best I can do. Mine is Steel Vengeance. Because I'm a coaster nerd. I want this coronavirus to end in May. I want this coronavirus to end right now, but it's not. It sucks. It sucks. Oh, it's horrible. I hate it. Honestly, like, Corona has just taken over, man. Mine was Steve for a while, yeah. Mine was robotics for a certain part of the year, because I'm a big robotics guy, too. It's pretty cool. But honestly, I've had some pretty cool profile pictures. My teacher, his first name is Walter, and he has the puppet Walter from Jeff Dunham's collections. It's great. Do you watch any non-coaster YouTubers? If so, what are your favorites? When it comes to gaming, I watch a lot of Markiplier. He's pretty cool, but I don't watch him that often. I mostly watch Critical, also known as Penguin Zero. I think he's one of my... He's so upfront and honest, and I love it so much. It's great. I don't really watch a lot of gamers anymore, though, But Penguin Zero, I listen to him a lot. And it's great. I watch a lot of documentaries, too. And, it's great. The thing I like about Penguin Zero is he does absolutely everything. He's gone to Fun Spot before he's gone to Legoland. He's gone to weird parks. That's how I am. I'm minimal restraint. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a big YouTube guy, though. I just watch a bunch of random stuff. I really do. I'm not really a part of a big YouTuber following. But Penguin Zero is probably my favorite. Definitely on the rise. My teacher put all of the class's screens on the front of the class, and I pulled up a picture of an iron golem hanging from a tree. Oh my goodness, that's great. Minecraft memes are pretty good right now. They're in the now. Man, Minecraft is really going through like a second wave right now, and it's absolutely incredible. Okay, I get it, teachers. Stop telling me about these assignments. I know they're due tomorrow, okay? Stop sending me notifications, for the love of all things. I love how we've gone to roller coasters to Minecraft. It's great. If there's any non-coaster stuff you want to ask about me, like my personal life and crap, go ahead and talk in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, I'd love to hear you guys in the comments below, because you guys have came up with some pretty good things, Because I want to be more connected to my fans. I don't want to just be some coaster enthusiast behind a screen. I want to be engaged. But that's what every YouTuber says, whatever. But, I'm basic, whatever. So, whatever. Has a certain bot commented on your videos? A certain bot commented on your videos. A certain bot? What are you talking about? A certain bot commented on your videos. I don't know what you're talking about. Has a certain bot commented... I don't know what you're talking about. On Instagram, though, I have a lot going on. On my DMs, I always have these fake, like, sex bots. And they're all like, hi, come play with me or whatever. I don't have any clothes. I'm like, no, you're a bot. It's, like, weird. I hate them. Do you play Nintendo games? I play Wii Sports. Is that good enough? Look down. Yeah, that question. My science teacher does live quizzes, games, and sent 28 remind notifications. I am talking to a girl right now. But bam, wink, wink. Ooh. We are pretty close. It's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. She's pretty nice. I'm trying to convert her into roller coasters. Slowly but surely. My science teacher does live quizzes, games. She sent 28 remind notifications about how teams they were doing it, and it was so annoying. Yeah, honestly, if no one does the same thing, it sucks. I build a lot of roller coasters in Minecraft, but they're realized. Yeah, Minecraft is, you can do everything in that game. It's great. In 56 minutes, she sent 28 notifications. Engaged. Do you want to get married to your fans? I'm no Joe Exotic here. I'm not getting married to everyone. Wii Sports is more than good enough. Yeah. Best of luck. People aren't easy to convert. Before I have an Xbox, I was the kid with Minecraft on the Wii U. Now I coughed. Everyone's going to talk about me having corona. I rode my bike tonight. It was dark and scary. Before an Xbox, you killed. Yeah, honestly, the first Minecraft game I had was... The first Minecraft game I had was on the Xbox. It was right when the Xbox version came out in like 2011, 2012, around that. And then I got the PC version and the Pocket Edition. I've been playing it ever since. It's such an addictive game. I love it. 6 feet away. 6 feet away. You're right, you're right. Some people deep in my heart might go 5 feet away. Oh no. This has gotten pretty personal. I like it. I like the personal stuff. I'm talking about a user with a T in the profile picture that's supposedly a bot. In the comments stuff, it says, awesome, you deserve more subs. Or great video. Keep up the great content. I haven't checked that much. I gotta check eventually. Probably, though. COVID-19, he coughed. Oh, man. I honestly, like, this year has sucked for everyone, honestly. Coronavirus or not. More comments, please? More questions? I'm being really dumb right now. I apologize, guys. I apologize. Ask away. I still have all that merchandise on the ground because I spilled it at the beginning of the live stream. I was like, I'm going to show you everything. And I haven't showed you guys a single thing yet. What's wrong with you guys? I have a bunch of stuff down here, though. I could look forever and I could, like, spend it. Hours down here. Oh, crap. Talk about this girl, you could say... There's this girl you could say I'm talking to due to how close we are. And her parents let her do, like, nothing, and therefore she hasn't been to Cedar Point. Yeah, she's in the chat right now, but there's a pretty incredible girl in my life right now. You know who you are. She might be in this chat, she might not, but I'm gonna expose her right now. She has only been to Cedar Point a few times. She lives closer to Cedar Point than I do, and the one roller coaster she rode, she didn't really like it, but she wants to ride more roller coasters with me, so I'm riding a roller coaster with a girl. Simp. No. I have a Wii U, a 3DS, and a Switch. I like to play a lot of Mario games. That's cool. I know Nintendo has a pretty big following. Simp. Oh, man. Is it a simp if the girl likes you back, though? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. Simp just means squirrels in my pants, and we all know it. Nah, I get it, though. I really want to take her to Cedar Point at some point in time. Yeah, definitely. Cedar Point is, like, magic, man. I love Cedar Point. Like, I've never been on a date at Cedar Point. And oh my gosh, I want to go. He's not a simp. Oh, man. You're funny. You guys are funny. You guys are hilarious. Or am I? No, I'm not a simp. But I gotta take this girl to freaking Cedar Point so soon. Like, it sucks that the park is closed because the two of us have been really talking about it recently. And she Like, for some reason, she's, like, starting to really like roller coasters. I have a crush on this cute blonde that goes to my school. She's a junior. She has the cutest smile. I follow her on Instagram. I've been too scared and insecure to confess my feelings or even talk to her. I'm sorry, dude. I just gotta say, before you say anything, look at signs. Like, I've had crushes in the past where, like, they didn't really talk to me, and those are my simp days. Whatever, call me a simp. But the girl I'm talking to recently, like this girl, me and her have gotten really close, and honestly, I'm like, why does she like me? I'm not that good, but oh well. And so, she's like a really nice girl. She's absolutely incredible. And it took me a few years to find a girl like that. I've had a few, girls that I've been talking to and all that. But, nothing really compares to this girl right now. I had a crush on this cute blonde. Well, in all honesty, keep looking for the signs. Don't keep your eyes on only one girl if you want to date. Just kind of keep your eyes open. We've gone from coasters to love advice, everyone. I love Cedar Point more than anybody can even understand, and I feel like being at the place with the person I love would be the best day of my life. That is, like, the most adorable thing I've ever heard. Honestly, though, I have a girlfriend from 4th to 6th grade, and she went to a different school. There was a kid back in my old school. He's like, I have 50 girlfriends. It was the funniest thing. Oof, I gotta head out. Great stream. I'll be back for more, no doubt. Hey, Coaster Nerd, thank you so much for joining. It's been an absolutely incredible live stream with you. And, I love talking to you. You definitely got to hit me up soon. You seem like a pretty cool enthusiast. Some pretty controversial opinions. I like it. But, have a good night. Sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs bite, whatever. There's 5,000 cases of the coronavirus in Ohio. When was that recently? The county I'm in has, I believe now, the most deaths, which is not good. That really does suck. But, I guess we're getting in a negative territory again here. But honestly, hate to be a Debbie Downer, but it's really unavoidable at this point, Like, after something big happens or during something big happening, it's like unavoidable, Like, I bet there were people on like September 11th, 2001 that were like, oh, I just don't want to hear about it, but everyone was talking about it, 3 of the bordering states in Ohio got more cases. Yeah. Unfortunately, the cases are really spreading bad. I know in New York, it's being absolutely horrible right now. Prayers out to New York because New York is having the worst of it right now. I believe Ohio's going to get a little worse too, which is my home state. If you couldn't tell with all my Cedar Point crap. I guess Cedar Point has a big following from Michigan too. Do you know who Skeppy is? No, I do not. I'd absolutely love to go to Kings Island and or Cedar Point with her this summer. If the park's even open. Yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry, dude. Double date? Construction sign I. This live stream has turned into everything in once. This is what you get at 12:30 a.m. with Cedar Flags. I don't know what time zone you guys are in. It could be like 9:30 over there, but it's like 12:30 over here. And so I'm starting to get into that tired adrenaline phase, which I run into a lot. I had a large Baja Blast. I'm not going to bed anytime soon. I got Taco Bell tonight. It's pretty good. If you guys want to hear story time, you guys can keep on. Funny enough, tonight I rode my bike 14 miles, 7 down the bike trail and 7 back with my one friend, Colin. The way there, I had both my pedals. The way back, I only had one of my pedals. It fell off. I got it. You could reattach it with a wrench, but I didn't have a wrench. So I had to pedal with one pedal for 7 miles. My friend was like, I could just go back and pick you up. And I'm like, no, I'm a warrior. Coaster Daddy's live streams aren't really that much different than this, to be honest. Yeah, I like these kind of live streams. Of course. I like these kind of live streams. They're a lot more intimate and a lot more, closer. Like, every question I like to answer. There's not a single question that's not going to be answered on here. When you go into the big boys live streams, like Coaster Studios and Coaster Daddy, looking at these two channels, they're different kinds of entertainment for me. Coaster Studios is like the big dog, You watch his videos with everyone else. You're not really a part of a community, but you watch the videos for the purposes of entertainment, and it's a good time. When it comes to smaller YouTubers like Coaster Daddy and things like that, you know, you get definitely a lot closer of an experience. If you say something in the comments, they'll always reply. It's great. What is that? What is that emoji? Uh, I love the meme that's been resurfacing. When you're talking about memes, I love the dolphins returning to Italy. Meanwhile, in Russia, and she shows like the Soviet Union. I love those memes so much. I just love the idea of them. But you know, those memes are pretty good. And you know, with the meme community, there's always something new. Always something new. I believe there's a horn store emoji. Something happened to my connection. Yeah, you've been disconnecting, it seems like a little bit recently. Hope your Wi-Fi is good over there. For some reason, I just thought of a storm. Yeah, that one girl I was talking to, her power went out last night, and I'm like, oh no. And she's like, your power's gonna go out, your power's gonna go out. It never went out, but it would suck if it did. I hate when my power goes out. Not because I'm scared, just because I'm bored. Like, when I get home, when I used to get home from school, it was like, power's out. Oh, tonight's gonna suck. But, you know, oh well. When you live in Ohio, you don't know what's going to happen. Actually, funny enough, my school, the power went out a bunch in this past year. It went out like every week. In fact, because the city that my school is in, I go to a school in a neighboring city like 10 minutes away from me. It's a very nice school, absolutely incredible. I love everything there. But like the city was replacing their power grids or something similar. I'm not that big on I don't know, electricity. But every single like week the power went out. One time at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. in the morning, school was just starting. I was in first period around like 8:10, power goes out. And so we're just sitting there like, what are we gonna do now? Because we were all on our computers doing stuff. And so we just waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited for an hour. And then the school gets on the PA and is like, okay, everyone, you're dismissed. You know, the drivers go home. You know, you just go home right now. Buses, you know, you guys are coming up soon. And 5 minutes later, the drivers, they rushed. They're gone. Like, half of the school is home now. They, like, rushed. The power comes back on. And I was still at the school, you know, talking to my teacher a little bit. It was funny. And, you know, the teacher was like, you know, there's no way that they're going to continue school. Everyone's at home now. In America, you catch Pikachu, but Mother Russia, Pikachu catches you. Honestly, the Soviet memes are some of my favorite memes, period. That's probably one of the best long-lasting memes. What grade are you in? I am a high school senior. I may not look like it, but I am a high school senior. Next year, I will be going to college. I'm old. No. Next year, I will be going to college. Hope to get a bachelor's degree in engineering, mechanical, mechatronics engineering. Mechatronics is basically like robotics engineering, but it's, you know, more professional name, a lot of physics. We almost never lose power. I don't lose power here, but at my school we always lost power. It is funny. I actually go to a technical center, like a vocational school, and as much as a bad rep as the school gets, it was because like back in the 70s it used to be all the bad kids, but nowadays they focus on a bunch more stuff. They focus on engineering. I'm in the engineering lab. It's a great time. They have a creative arts program. They have a culinary program. They have a computer science program. There's just so much there. If you're a sophomore and you want to get into the career tech thing, I recommend it more than enough for you. Where I live, we almost never get tornadoes. Yeah, us neither. We actually had a tornado touchdown last night. Buildings were damaged, but no one was killed or anything. No one was injured either. It was so late at night, and I think the only building that got touched was a fire department, and it wasn't even that badly damaged. I'm going to college next year too. I'm planning on getting a associate in arts and flight operations and dispatch. I'm really sorry. Hopefully the C virus doesn't mess with my college career. Yeah, with engineering, the thing is, I want to be an engineer when I grow up. In engineering, while it has a lot of hands-on components, most of it is either going on CAD or drawing blueprints. And I absolutely love it. A lot of people don't want like an office job, but I just love the fact that I can maybe do that someday. It's great. About the aviation industry, my father is the manager of the air traffic control branch at an airport. So, while he isn't personally affected, the airport he works at is dead, as well as every airport in like the United States. My really good friend Colin, the kid I was riding bikes with earlier, he actually is going to be an airplane mechanic. He's at a 2-year program right now. and that has been delayed, so it really sucks. There's never been a tornado that came to my house, only one time in 2011. Yeah, there are tornadoes that touch on every like year or so, but they're always like at EF0, and they always touch in fields, and nothing really gets damaged besides like a few, plants and crops at the most. So it's nothing that much. If you ask any older people in my town, there was a major tornado back in 1985. It actually made national news. It struck a really big mall in our city, I believe, or at least the debris went. It killed, I think, 12 people because it hit in a city. It was insane. It caused a lot of damage, though. How does it feel to have 0 dislikes? Feels honored. Though, if you look back at some of my videos, there is someone who there are some of my videos that will always have 1 dislike. Most of my videos have just 1 dislike. I want to know who that one person is. Like, is it 1 hater, or is it just a coincidence that I get 1 dislike? 2011 was one of the most active years for tornadoes across the world, especially in the U.S. I do remember that year. Especially in Tornado Alley, where, like, a bunch of tornadoes are. I'm personally, when it comes to severe weather, my dad's more of a tornado person. He's actually a meteorologist. So he's more of the severe, unpredictable weather kind of guy. Well, I am more into like tropical storms and hurricanes. I love following those. I love, just following those hurricanes and tropical storms. I like how slow they are, so you can really like see the information as it's going. Not really. Dayton got an EF4 tornado on the night of Memorial Day last year. I did remember that. But at the same time, that was really a what do you call it? A rare occurrence. Because even though that there are tornadoes in Ohio, it doesn't happen all the time. And I remember that making national headlines. There was also a tornado that struck downtown Nashville a few weeks ago. Or maybe even a few months ago. I don't even... Is time real anymore? Who knows? But Nashville, like, it was like it hit the center of Nashville. It was insane. While it was a smaller tornado, it still killed a lot of people and damaged a lot of buildings because it hit like a city center. I find that pretty weird because if it... Sorry, itchy. If it, like, let's say hit a rural field, it wouldn't, rural, however you pronounce it, a field like that, it wouldn't make national headlines. It'd be like, oh, there was a tornado last night. That tornado happened just about a month ago. Okay. Thank you for that. I was just curious when it happened. No, we haven't had a major tornado around here in a few decades. So, I think that was a freak occurrence. The next time that happens, it's very unlikely, but the way this year is going, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, this year has really been bad. Like, as optimistic as you could be, you can't deny that this year has sucked. Like, January, we're like, oh, it's pretty bad. February, like, March, you're like, oh. Can you do a live reaction to the top 3 sounds made by Minecraft mobs, please, please? I'll do it right now. In fact, give me a few videos. Give me a few videos I can react to, including you guys. We had a single EF5 tornado since 2013. That goes to show you how rare they really are. Yeah, EF5 tornadoes are definitely a lot more rare. The F5 hurricanes are also extremely rare. I think the last one that happened was Hurricane Michael back in Florida. No one really talks about it, but there was a city called Mexico Beach, and they're still rebuilding this point. The city, 95% of the city was gone. No one really talks about, like, a lot of people talk about Hurricane Katrina, and as destructive as that hurricane was, after the hurricane was gone, you could still see a lot of that area still untouched. To say there was a major flood, major storm surge, but not every single building in the city was destroyed, look up Mexico Beach Hurricane Michael, and you could see that was easily one of the most catastrophic hurricanes. That town was shook into its core. It was incredible. It's, like, sad to see those smaller towns fail, you know? First, almost World War III, the Kobe crash, and the coronavirus. Yeah, talk about celebrities dying. This year has by far had the most celebrities dying. Kobe was just, like, the first. And then there was all the coronavirus deaths. It sucks. A few celebrities have died. In fact, not even all because of coronavirus. Kobe got in a helicopter crash, and then a few people died of, like, few people were older, so they died of, like, a heart disease and all that. A lot of younger people actually have died of corona. I know the Fountains of Wayne lead singer, the Stacy's mom guy, he died because of corona. He was only, like, 53. So, it's very unfortunate, but what are you really going to do at this point? we've been trying to flatten the curve as much as we can, and you know, you really haven't. Yeah, Hurricane Maria absolutely destroyed Puerto Rico back in 2017. Coaster Lover definitely makes a good point. Yeah, the weird thing is, like, you see storms like Sandy and Katrina become the most iconic, even though that there have been some storms that have completely leveled cities. You know. Okay, Chaos. This one's for you. I'm looking it up right now. Not loading. Top 3 Minecraft noises. Stop spreading. This better not have any swear words in it, Mr. Sir.
Top 3 noises made by Minecraft mods. Number 1, Enderman. Number 2, pig. Number 3, gas.
Oh my goodness, epilepsy warning right there. Also, Hurricane Harvey damaged Houston in 2017. It's tied with Katrina. Really? I didn't even know that. I feel like I missed a few. We went from roller coasters to love advice to natural disasters. This is great. Let's see what's in my recommended. Nothing much. Nothing much. Just a bunch of memes, a bunch of YouTube stuff, and Minecraft cave noises. Fun. You know, it's nothing really much. Yeah, YouTube has become mainly a coaster thing for me, just to look at coaster stuff, but I occasionally look at other stuff. It just depends on my mood. Ask me some more questions. When it comes to coaster merchandise, I have a lot. I actually have a few European park maps. I have Alton Towers. I've never been to Europe, by the way, but I've gotten these from trades. It's a weird map, but here you guys go. Oh my goodness. Hey girl, look at my coaster map collection. Ooh, it folds. Here it is. Oh yeah, all of Alton Towers. Alton Towers honestly looks like one of the best parks in Europe. To be completely honest, it seems like America has the better coasters, but Europe has the better parks when it comes to overall charm, even though I think Cedar Point still beats Europa Park. But what I think is one of the best amusement parks in the world, and a lot of people don't agree with this, but I truly think this is one of the best amusement parks in the world. Very small, one of the best, has to be Hansa. Their two biggest coasters, the Schwarz-Karnen and Flufgan Novgorod, those two coasters look absolutely insane, and that has to do with both the ride experience and the overall ride, like the overall experience. Like Karnen has some of the best theming out of any coaster in the world. It blows my mind. One of my biggest bucket list coasters of all time. This is the map right here. You could tell they definitely wanted to highlight Karnen here. Karnen looks like it's 400 feet tall. Yeah, they show a lot in this, and there's a lot of secret areas I hear, and that's what I just love about some of these European parks. It's great. I don't know how I'm going to unfold this, so I'm just going to set that down for now. Whatever. Who cares? I could break the rules. I wish natural disasters like tornadoes and hurricanes could wipe out coronavirus, honestly. Good thing with natural disasters is once it's over, it's really over. Coronavirus, we don't know what's going to happen with it, you know? Sucks. I've been trying to make this as optimistic as possible. I love all of you guys. I seriously love the uprising of some of my videos. It's incredible. Of course. I'm on YouTube right now. If you want me to look up something, I'll definitely react to it. There's some great videos on YouTube. And it's just the funny thing is you could just keep going and going and going and going and going. It's great. Like, I've clicked on 2 videos and it says, like, I hope you suffer. That's the video title. What the heck? You know, it's just weird, you know? I got 4 people in this live stream. No one's asking a single question. What's up with that? It's troubling. I do love you guys, though. Seriously. No. Don't go there. Don't go there, please. Do you watch Destination Thrills, Great American Coasters, and or OK Coasters? I watch them every once in a while. Not really as much as, I wish I could, but I'm definitely more of an Airtime Thrills fan. I love Airtime Thrills so much. I love his content. He's great. My favorite YouTuber is FaZe Rug. I haven't ever really gotten into the FaZe community, but I remember back in middle school, that's what everyone was talking about. Just keep finding random stuff in my room. We're going on 90 minutes now. Thank you guys so much for the continuous support. It's great. It's absolutely incredible. I freaking love you guys. I freaking love you all. And thank you guys so much for handling all those 2,000 subscribers. I think I'm going to sign off soon. So if you guys have any questions to wrap it all up, let me know down there because I think I'm going to sign off soon. Go deep into the question realm of your mind. FaZe Clan. Do you want to react to my reaction to Coaster Cafe? Sure, I'll react to your reaction to Coaster Cafe. Am I not subscribed to you? I am now subscribed to you. You have just earned a subscriber. I'm going to click the bell too. Why not? You better not be posting videos at 4 a.m. Oh my goodness, you do have a reaction to Coaster Cafe episode 12. It's great. Oh my goodness, it's too much. It's Coaster Daddy. I love Coaster Daddy. It's great. This is an hour and a half long video. I'm not reacting to this. We'll be up till 2 a.m. guys. I put Cannibal over. Oh, okay, the song. Got it. I'll give you some likes too. I feel like the songs would go well with some other rides. I want to ride this ride so freaking much. I want to ride Cannibal so bad. I put the Renegade song from TikTok. Okay, I was wondering if it was the Renegade song from Styx or the actual Renegade song. Oh gosh, I could picture like Charlie D'Amelio just in my mind. Oh god, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna dislike though. I'm not evil or anything. How many videos do you have? You only have 37 subscribers. Shout out to Coaster Lover 2001. Everything I've seen so far looks pretty good. When did you start your channel? Oh, it was only 2 months ago. Okay.
What is
you guys, you definitely have to continue. It seems like some of your content is pretty good.
that is the top secret.
In the tier, crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Great. I've returned. Thank you, Coaster Nerd, for returning. We are still on. Number 1 is The Voyage. Why couldn't it be The Voyage? The Voyage it looks incredible. I've never ridden it, unfortunately. We put Raven over Legend. I've heard that a lot. I plan on going to Holiday World soon. It looks incredible. I've always wanted to go to Holiday World. Honestly, it looks so good. You see the number 1 video is a YouTube channel that has gone through a major controversy. Voyage is at Holiday World, right? Yes, it is. Voyage is at Holiday World. Voyage, oh my goodness. It looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my goodness. It looks better than Toro in my opinion. I haven't ridden either. I haven't ridden a lot of Woodies. My favorite Woodie's Beast. Second favorite's Mystic Timbers. Third favorite's Ravine Flyer 2, just to give you a little comparison of what I've ridden. So, it's okay, honestly. Thank you for the royalty. Listen to Ram Ranch. There it is. That's my favorite meme of all. Thank you for unlocking that. Honestly, I love Ram Ranch so much. It's great. There are like 250 of them. Not too far from Kings Island. I hope to get there soon. Kings Island's a great park. Absolutely incredible. There are a lot of top 5 coasters at Nickelodeon Universe by not yours truly. Coaster Lover 2001. Number 5 is Back at the Barnyard Hayride. What's wrong with you, dude? That's the number 1. Number 4 is Pepsi Orange Streak. Pepsi Orange Streak looks okay. Pacing issues, though. Avatar Airbender. 2 is Rock Bottom Plunge. Interesting choice. And number 1 is the Fairly Odd Coaster. It looks a lot longer, It looks really good though, definitely. I've actually, though my coaster count is fairly high, I've ridden like 15 B&Ms, but I haven't ridden a single Gerstlauer. I don't know. Maybe you could react to my next live stream. That would be beautiful, man. That'd be great. I think I have a few ideas for my second live stream. My next live stream is going to be a 2K special, because let's be honest, by the time I do another live stream, I'll have 2,000, which I'm pretty happy about. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Are there any top 10 defunct roller coasters I've ridden?
What's going on, Coach?
You have a lot. It's impressive for 2 months too. I've never been on a Gerstlauer either. Yeah. Shockwave at King's Dominion.
I like it.
Mantis at Cedar Point. Mantis was such a good ride. Oh my goodness. I like it better than Rougarou now. It was such a unique ride. Such a tall, glorious stand-up. It was great. Mean Streak. Mean Streak wasn't that bad of a ride if you rode in the front. But at the same time, I mean, its replacement is like the best coaster on Earth. So I have no right to complain. Kings Island's Vortex. I missed that ride. Oh my goodness, I missed that ride. Honestly, Vortex is such a fun ride. Dragon Challenge. Still don't know why they removed that. Too much Harry Potter stuff. Firehawk. Firehawk is like so good. Looks so good. Is number one Volcano? Number one is Volcano. I did not get to ride Volcano. I went to King's Dominion back in 2018, and it was SBNO. Only been on 3 defunct rides, Mean Streak, Vortex, and Firehawk. If you count Mantis, I have been on Mantis, Mean Streak, Vortex, and Firehawk. That's 4. I've also been on a few defunct rides. I think my favorite defunct ride is Kennywood's Pitfall. They removed that ride back in 2010 or 2011. Let me look it up. When did Pitfall close? Closed in 2011. If you guys haven't heard of Kennywood's Pitfall, look it up. It looks like it was an Intamin giant drop. It was actually the tallest drop tower when it came out in 1997. Preceded by Drop Tower Scream Zone? Oh, at Great America. Okay, that makes sense. Succeeded by Power Tower at Cedar Point. By Supreme Scream. I'm just going up the list. Oh, the giant drop at Dreamworld Australia. Dang, it's a 390-foot drop tower? Is that ride still gonna operate? The tower, or the giant drop. It's in Dreamworld Australia, but at the same time, they're closing Tower of Terror, so are they gonna keep that open or no? That's the question of the day. Succeeded by Lex Luthor Drop of Doom, and that is currently the second tallest drop tower. And of course, it got replaced by Zumanjaro Drop of Doom, which I really want to ride. Oh man, I really want to ride Zumanjaro. Zumanjaro looks incredible. That would be cool if Cedar Point did something similar to Zumanjaro. Firehawk was so much better than Nighthawk. I missed it a lot. Hopefully Orion will be the replacement. I'll never forget Firehawk. Don't even talk about Nighthawk. Nighthawk was so rough. Like, Nighthawk was Firehawk with the worst rattle ever. It has such a horrible rattle. It's not a bad ride, but it's just not enjoyable. It's not fun at all. Firehawk was a fun ride. Like, Firehawk was fun. Nighthawk, no. Bottom top 10 for me. Probably, I haven't ridden too many bad coasters. My number one worst coaster of all time is Blue Streak at Conneaut Lake. Don't even get me started. I hate that ride. Number 2, I just dropped that. Number 2, I don't know what my number 2 would be. I don't know what my number 2 would be at whatsoever. But I know that Nighthawk is definitely on there. Anaconda is not the best ride, but it's not, in my top 5 worst coasters. It's still a good ride. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Oh well. So Flight Deck at Canada's Wonderland is my worst, followed by Carolina Cyclone. I've heard that Flight Deck is an absolutely horrendous ride. Honestly, I've heard it's horrible. Oh, I'm getting on the Coaster Daddy now. That's great. I love Coaster Daddy is such a good YouTuber. I'm gonna get going now because I need sleep. Okay, thank you so much for joining the live stream. Hope you could join us for our next live stream, which I don't know when it's gonna be. But thank you so much for the support. I hope to see you soon. And enjoy your night. Sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And bye 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 bye. Yeah, we're currently at the 100-minute mark, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I've been doing this for 100 minutes. It doesn't even seem like it. It's already 12:40. What time is it over in your guys' time zone? Listen to Boy's Stalingrad. I don't know if that's an explicit song. I'm not gonna be able to play it. Unfortunately. Coaster is he talking about? Oh, that's a villain at Geauga Lake. Okay. There's most of this disaster transport at Cedar Point. Never got to ride that. Unfortunately, I actually went there the year after for the first time. And it looked like a really fun ride, unfortunately. It looked pretty fun, but I really never got the chance to ride it, which sucks, but, Gatekeeper's better. I have ridden Avalanche at King's Dominion, though, and that's a fun ride, but it's not the best. Avalanche is a little rough on the edges. But I think that's going to conclude my live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love each and every one of you guys. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you guys so much for the support. I never got on disaster transport, but I wish I did. Yeah, me too. But once again, thank you guys so much for your continuous support on my path to 2,000 subscribers. And thank you guys so much for the recent major support on my major video. So I will see you guys later, and I hope to see you guys soon. So goodbye, good night, and have a great time. I don't know. See you guys.